On YouTube. Good morning to my name is Endo Miller, and today again we have Epaminondas to talk a little bit in our one-on-one conversation. So, as usual, can you introduce yourself, but now in a different way? If you
Okay,
can think
I
something
try.
that you know that you want to sell about you, like
I try. Let me see. Hi, YouTube. I'm Nondas. I'm from Brazil. I love to spend my time doing nothing and maybe reading too. I like to do my workout at morning. I'm a happy person and responsible person, and I love to study. It's my favorite hobby to study and learn new things and talking about interesting topics. And yeah, that's me.
awesome, very good introduction. And yeah, it's interesting that you say that your hobby is learning new things because it's a weird hobby, but interesting because the most part of the people is kind of struggling to learn new things because you have to face new challenge and so on.
Yeah, but it it's a little funny, really, because I love to learn new things. I I can discover that I am a little, it's not the right word, but a little dumb, and it's nice. I it's very interesting to understand. Oh, how can my body works and how can it's 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 very good.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
love.
yeah. It's very nice to learn the things in a very detail oriented way. Like, for example, when you say that you like learning means pretty much that you like to to discover new things in terms of be good with. For example, I was reading about how the dopamine operates in our brain, like when you overcome a challenge. And a lot of people, they kind of become addicted to overcome things because it's pretty much like the sport, the athlete and so on, because they, yeah, and the people that they are workaholic is the same point. They are kind of addicted and overcome things and feel good. Oh my god, I can, I did it, so I want it again. So
That's the flow of habit, and
mhm.
dopamine is very important to have an habit. It's very good. Some people doesn't understand when I say, "Oh, I love to work. I love to study. That's my hobby. I feel good when I'm working, and when I am in my job and reading my book." Or most of people doesn't understand, because for the most people, when you are in your job or when you are studying, it's not a best part of the life. But I feel so good when I am learning about a new thing. That's my happy hour, not after and
Okay.
Saturday or Sunday. It's interesting. It's very interesting.
Yeah, because I think it's funny because for example, when it's about expectation, because sometimes I will go to the party, but you don't know if the party will be good or not. But automatically in your brain, you start to feel, oh my God, I'm go to the party. I go out, you know, I go do something different. But it's not supposed to be very, you don't know if it will be good or not, but you're automatically accept that will be good. And the work, we do the same, that automatically we, kind of accept that will be hard, have to be struggling in, oh my God, I kind of bored, I'm tired. It's something that is a kind of words that we use repeatedly, like, oh, I'm boring to work, I'm hard, and it's to work so hard and so on. So it's something that we accept easily, in an easily way, without thinking so much about.
Yeah, and the words have the words have power. If you said all
Absolutely.
the time, oh my work is it's very hard. Uh, I cannot go. You are teaching your brain it that it doesn't work. I don't know how can I say, but you are teach your brain all the time, and it doesn't work. It doesn't work. Your day
Yeah.
is is weird, is down. Yeah.
Yeah, we have to learn this kind of thing, how the things operate in the whole context, to to kind of handle and solve little problems in the engines in general of the learning. For example, I think it's a turning point in on TNT when the people start to enjoy the conversation, and when they feel that, oh my God, it's hard. Because when the people start to enjoy the conversation on TNT, you automatically become addicted. Oh my God, I want to talk more, I want to talk more, I want to talk more. But instead of it, if the people, if the person, they don't like or think that it's hard, oh my God, I felt so, it's hard because I don't remember the word properly and so on. And the people just left the TNT. So it's interesting to see the two sides of the learning, because they are trying the same, but the way that they are seeing the perspective of it is totally different.
Totally, totally. And I I feel exactly because I love TNT, and I discovered that I love study English. It's very, very nice. So sometimes I'm missing a lot on weekends that I can't be here. It's very good. I really love TNT.
Yeah.
And when I'm here talking and understanding English and have a conversation in English, I feel so good. And oh, I want that tomorrow and after, and that's an addiction.
Yeah. I don't know if you see this, you feel the same, but when for example, English is very hard. Learn a new language is very hard. It's a kind of thing that we are trying to understand how we can do it. But once you can do it, like we are doing in English right now, and improve and shaping our vocabulary and use different things, having a conversation about interesting topics. Once you can do it, we start to see other things in other way as well. For example, or the learning. Well, I did it, so I can, use the same approach to learn other things. For example, in my case, I started to see a lot of different challenges that in the past I felt kind of struggling, and overwhelming about. Now I can face in a very, oh, I will, and even using the English, because now I can, oh, how can I do it in English? Like, for example, programming or something like that related to computer and processing. And I can check in English, how can I process this data? Enter. So, in automatically in internet will appear to me a lot of data information and, videos how to do the things. So it's for me was a kind of evolution. Yeah, I'm being very honest, was a revolution to learn English, because I could apply the same approach that I use in English, in other areas of my life, even on my PhD and so on.
Yeah, totally. I really love the challenge, and learning is a challenge. Like video game, and I love this challenge because I don't know my limit, but I want to know where I can go. What, so it's very interesting to me. It's like I am playing with myself all the time, and I, I'm very curious. So I want to discover that, and I try to take an a few challenge every single day, and in English is the same, and in all my life it's the same. And I don't know about other language, but in English I think there are steps maybe, because the first step is very hard because you don't understand nothing. You understand nothing, and you don't have vocabulary enough, and it's very hard because it's hard. So you need to put your more energy in the
In the
when
beginning.
you yeah in the beginning, and after you have more vocabulary, you can enjoy a conversation, you can enjoy a book, music, and you are listening to music and you understand some words, and it's very good. So you perceive, I, I don't know, but your evolution. And that at this moment, they're the changing points. So it's very interesting because
Yeah, it's a
I feel
blown
I
mind totally.
yeah I feel that I am at this place right now. I can enjoy the conversation or read the book and understand maybe, I don't know, 90%, I don't know, but I can understand the sentence, and I can understand the book, the history, and it's good.
Okay.
It's good for
Yeah.
me, and it's very nice to perceive.
Yeah, because it's a kind of, we can use the example of hide a bike, for example. In the beginning, it will be hard because you are starting, to make force to hide a bike, and then you kind of, it's the same example that you have to, we start to use the words, and to run more fast and so on, to to get fast. And well, that's very nice because, and I think the other point that we can, you have to highlight is, that we have to be realistic in terms of, we will always learn more, you know. And for example, sometimes I read some books in English, and I feel that, oh my God, they are using a lot of different words that I don't know, that I never saw before. But it's, I have to learn. So I try to check, and now, some of them, or maybe, I no, I will try to understand, by the context and so on, just to continue reading. um but it's nice when you feel good with it, like, oh, I'm not perfect, I'm still learning, and that's okay. That the English that I have is enough to do, for instance, what I'm doing. But of course, I want to move further. I want to learn more. And the most of the people, they don't, because it's a kind of, knowledge, very self-knowledge, very high self-knowledge, high level self-knowledge, because you are feeling good with your English, and what you can do with your English and how you can use it. Because yeah, I know, I see as well a lot of people that they are kind of stay overwhelmed, because when they see other people speaking in English, they kind of, oh my God, so hard, I can do this, so I'm bad. no and this feeling, mess all the things, all the process, because they start to repeat things, think about the same, oh my God, I can't. Oh my God, I would like to talk like him or her, or, anybody, and I can't because it's so hard, because I don't know it, or I don't know that. So it's a very high point of self-knowledge, what you told.
Yeah, yeah. And it's interesting because now I can understand that it's about mentality, it's about mindset, and maybe all things in the life, it's about mentality, because you have several points of view, and when you choose one, your life changes. Because if you look for your mistakes and thinking, oh my God, I'm so bad, uh, i I never, you can, you lose, you lose.
Yeah,
It mess all things in your mind, and you cannot go. So if you look for your mistakes and, oh good, I'm have a few mistakes now, and I have minus mistake than yesterday, and yeah,
yeah,
you
that's it.
are winning. It's very interesting to thinking about. It's about mentality, it's about and self-knowledge, it's about how can you understand the process of learning. It's very interesting to think.
Yeah. And it's about also to acquire skills that you haven't in the past, like you start using, for example, we are talking in English live on YouTube. So it's interesting because, we are developing the skill, like, interpersonal skill that you just talk and create a topic with kind of randomic topic, we are doing right now. And for example, to fear to face the fear that is to start a new thing, it's a challenge. Also to speak in front of other person, other challenge. Also to have content to speak, not also hello, good morning, how you doing, or how are you, not this level of English, but also to discuss about other things, very more deep in. So other challenge, and then use this skill that you haven't in the past, but now you have in your life, like the learning, because, from the English, we start to see other sides, a lot of different sides, and about mentality is in mindsets, interesting, because I also say that I hate coach, because, it's a kind of interesting thing, because when I start to talk about English, I feel that I'm kind of almost a coach. Because of it, I like to say that I hate coach, but I hate for a reason that I consider that the most part of the, the all the kind of all the kind of that history, it's in my opinion silly, but there a core that is reality, the core is reality, but they mask the message. My problem with it is with that, they mask the message, that what is important. For example, what you said is totally important, that is the, the mentality and the mindset, but, applying in a right way, like we are doing right now, moving step by step, little by little, and shaping the process, and be comfortable with it, being aware about what we are using and when we are using, when we can do it. But, I like to say that because I think they mask the core, but it's very important, and help a lot of people. But yeah,
I feel you. I think the problem is put all the things in the same box and deliver it to everybody, and
yeah, totally.
that's the problem. That's the problem, because different people, different person have different problems and different ways to see the same point, and doesn't work for everybody. So if you put all things, all tools in the same box and give for someone, doesn't work. Some, for example, English. And as I said before, I try a lot of methods, but one method that worked for you maybe doesn't work for me, or at this moment it doesn't work for me, and it's different.
Yeah,
So if I think that the other people and can understand me, I'm a little wrong, because that person, this person, doesn't understand me, that feel the same thing for me, and don't have the same background, and it's very
right.
different, it's very deeply, and doesn't work in the most part of the time.
Yeah, I was talking to my sister and also to Bruna from TT. And we are discussing a little bit about productivity. And we are saying about that, like we're saying about that sometimes we aren't on the same page, So something that I will tell you only, in the future, you see, oh my God, now I know. Now I understand. Now I understand what they were saying. And, and we, that we are kind of in quotes, of course, but teaching and saying things to incentivize the people to learn more. We have to, have this, feel this, have to feel this situation, this behavior, that sometimes the people aren't on the same page that you are. So you have to be patient, to follow the process and see, oh, now I can tell you, but I, don't care if you can do it or not right now, but I want that you think a little more about it, you know and it's interesting to 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 feel that, to think a little more and to be empathetic with this. And I was thinking in here that, I was thinking about the word coach, because the coach in English, I think that most of the people, don't know what the coach means, because the coach is the treinador. Totally, coach is treinador. And it's from the sports, but, the coach from the sports is the real coach, that they are following your process, like, oh, you have to train the skills, have to train that skills. Now, let's measure it. Oh, yeah, now you can do it more, no, you aren't good on it. You have to train more, to try more. And, oh, now you are good. Oh, you are the best on it. So we, learning, understanding the whole context, all the process, and the skills, and, merge them to operate the athlete. So I think that most of the people, when they think in coach, the word coach, they think automatically in that stand up, you can do it, let's scream.
Motivation skills.
Yeah, yeah,
And that's funny because sometimes these people don't have, well, I don't know how can I say, but don't understand all things that the people or the person need to do. Sometimes this guy doesn't understand work process, and how how does this guy can teach someone one thing that he doesn't know. I don't know if
yeah, I understood.
it's very hard because it's very usual, it's very common at
It's,
this
yeah, that's
this
the totally the point. That's the totally
uh,
point. the people teaching things that they, they didn't in the past, they didn't do in the past. So because when we think in the most part of the coach, from sport, they really was, they were athlete, like they, uh, participated in big games, playing hard in a high level, of training and performance as well. So, but when we say the coach, that the generalist coach, where we are seeing a lot on internet, they only spreading, well, I can say empty messages, spreading empty messages, because a lot of people will see it's a kind of, it's also because it's a trap, because it's simple. They will tell you something that's important, and you see, oh, makes sense. Oh, that's very nice. I never thought about that before. So, but move a step forward, you need more. They don't have, they don't provide the script or the rote of the process. And we are doing, what we are doing right now is writing our process. I had my own, and you are building your like your process of learning of, oh, I was here and now I'm here. And during this time I learned this or in that, I tried this, and I tried that, this was good and this wasn't, and so on. And I'm doing it, right now as well, and I did it and I'm still doing. So we are kind of more, we are doing the right thing, in my opinion, in terms of, to track our changes, I think.
Yeah, yeah, totally, totally. And it's very interesting because we are talking about random things. It's very good, and the subject it's flowing, and I really love this.
Yeah, it's the reason that we have to, to care about the content, totally, because it's a kind of, what I always did is try to link two or more stuffs at the same time. For example, I start to learn English on TNT, in the very, very beginning. So I started to think, oh, maybe I can, also speak, but I need to learn how to write, because I will use on my thesis. So at the same point, I will talk and write at the same point. Now what we are doing, we are speaking in English and also, improving our content in general, because we can do it. Because it's not something that we will only use in English, but you can use in Portuguese, and it's important as well, in any language in the world. So we can, shape more and improve more the quality. It's the quality of the conversation. It's like that that quote that they have, that quality of time, that enjoy more, stay with your family and so on. The quality of time is to be present. And we are doing, like, we are improving the quality because we have the opportunity to speak in English, but speak in English about nice topics.
Yeah, it's very important. It's very important because I think it's important too, but when you are script, and I don't know how can I say in English, but sometimes something engessado, you are it's hard to develop your skills or your ability to speaking and understanding, and it's very hard. But when you have good vocabulary and you are able to have conversations about several topics, and
Yeah.
that's dialogue is that, so it's very good to be here and speaking with you and talking
Yeah,
about.
and also because if the topic is interesting, you will feel more, likely to know more because you want to, you want to discuss. So you are likely to want more. Oh, I need to shape my vocabulary because I want to say about that. I want to talk about this. Because if you we discuss about boring topics, and I think will be nice as well, but in a kind of the energy of the conversation will decrease very fast because it's not interesting. And none of the things that we do that is not interesting, they aren't interesting, will flow and will move very further because it's like that. It's the reason that I'm on TNT always every time that I can, I'm participating on TNT because I want to listen from the people, and sometimes I don't know if you feel the same, but sometimes we are in the box, like all the people saying very interesting things, and oh my god, I'm in another country. I think I'm not in Brazil because all the people so smart, talking very intelligent stuffs. But because it's interesting because more or less we are doing it, we are triggering this behavior on TNT. That sometimes the people, they appear on same session on TNT. Oh, I don't know how it works and so on. I want to learn more. And we start to discuss about the things in a different way, and the people kind of feel, instigate to, because imagine that you are, in your same class of English, conversation, and the people saying English about a lot of different things, it's different. It's not, common. It's very different.
Yeah.
So, and I see the people, little by little start to saying a few words and, sharing some things and information, so on. And, and quickly being able to, oh, I want to discuss that. I love this topic and so on.
Yeah, totally. And when you don't have vocabulary enough, or when you don't know one word and you want to talk about this topic, you are instigate to look for and to learn more, and the process is increasing. It's very nice to be here. It's good.
Yeah, yeah. Epaminondas was a very, very nice, again, very nice conversation, was awesome. And it's also a pleasure, always a pleasure to talk with you because you are a very smart guy and, have a very smart and interesting ideas, So have a nice weekend. Thanks a lot for this conversation.
Thanks so much. See you soon as usual. It was a pleasure to be here.